Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with a Manny chat. Put a whole list of ideas for Manny Bingo, and today we are going to be doing Feeling Crafty because this weekend, the July 18th and July 19th, is the National Craft Open Studios weekend. So I thought, what better way to celebrate than doing Feeling Crafty? But also, July 19th is National Ice Cream Day, and so if you haven't guessed it already, I've got the Drippy Goo Hole Punch. I've got Back and Tile, which will be the ice cream drippies. And I'll be using some of my Stacy Sparkle Sauce polishes here to kind of supplement with the stuff. And so I know I was going to use this one. I think I had wanted to use Vanessa's Snow Day that Stacy had gifted to me. And then Don't Be Jealous. So let's get started. It's been a really nice weekend this weekend so far. Got to walk 4 miles with Pops and Panda Bear yesterday, and we're gonna do it again this morning. And when I say this morning, I mean like right now it is 4:33 in the morning. Why am I up so early? It's too dang hot. And I woke up really having to go pee and then couldn't go back to sleep. So I was like, you know what? Let's do our nails before the early morning walk, because I can't imagine another time for doing my nails after everyone else is awake. So here we are. Here I am. And I'm doing my nails. It is really warm. It's been humid too, so almost kind of suffocating, like hard to breathe. But we are living through it. If you recall, if you watch this channel and you've watched my videos, you know that our house does not have central air, does not have air conditioning, and it's been what we're used to forever. So kind of get used to it. I know Panda Bear has had a hard time adjusting to the heat for the first few days when it was really super hot, but now he's pretty adjusted to it, so he's able to kind of sleep through it now. As for me, for some reason today, I woke up and couldn't go back to sleep. So I have my fan on. Don't know if you can hear it in the background, but I've got the fan on me. I've been drinking a ton of water, trying to ward off heat stroke or anything like that, because I don't want to be weak and complain about the heat. But the good thing is that there are days where I work at the office during the weekdays, and typically there's central air in the office as long as the power doesn't go out, and so I'm able to enjoy that little respite from the heat whenever I'm in the office. But the weekend is always a bit rough, so it is what it is. Alright, so I just put the Nourishing Ridge filler on first, just for like a little tiny base, and next we are gonna hope that these haven't dried out. Back in tile, I've worn these in the past. I don't remember when. It's been a while though. And you can tell there's a lot of leftover sets because I think I mixed it in with, I used it for a mixed mani. So whatever's viable in here, we're going to use them to cut out little drippy goos for our ice cream. Do you have a favorite ice cream flavor? As for me, some of the ice cream flavors that I love include pistachio. Oh no, I stabbed this. I'm gonna need another layer to fix that. I should have taken them out first before doing the Nourishing Ridge filler, so I will just use a bit of nail polish remover to fix that and redo it. But pistachio is one of my favorites. Coconut pineapple also is a favorite. Reminds me so much of my grandmother. May she rest in peace. What used to be Thrifty and then became Rite Aid, and now I think Rite Aid is gone. At least Rite Aid is gone from the plaza where we used to go get ice cream from. But I remember distinctly those pistachio and coconut pineapple were my grandma's two favorite flavors. I also personally very much like those two flavors, and so does my Pops. At the local ice cream shop in Alhambra, the city next door, Fosselman's, one of the flavors that I enjoy the most is chocolate covered strawberry. The chocolate covered strawberry totally tastes like you're eating chocolate covered strawberries, so very authentic flavor there. But today, for National Ice Cream Day, we're actually not going to Fosselman's. Panda Bear is taking the Rents and me to Handel's. And Handel's is an ice cream shop that we first tried when we were in Utah visiting my sister. And they opened up a Handel's in Alhambra. I guess Alhambra is a really poppin' city right now. And so for National Ice Cream Day, we are planning to take the Rents to go get some ice cream. So I'm excited. Handel's has like a ton of different flavors, and I haven't checked out the full menu, but I do know that I'm going to be mixing and matching a couple of flavors today. So can't wait to enjoy ice cream with the fam. So I have to dress for the occasion, obviously. I did order, so for the 100-day red egg and ginger party for Bowen, I had ordered dresses because I wanted to wear something new for the occasion, and my dress that I ordered, one of them from Amazon, they delivered the wrong style. It wasn't what I ordered, so I had to do a return, and the replacement dress didn't show up until the day of the party, and so I didn't get to wear it to the party. I wore a different dress that I had purchased. I had purchased two dresses for the occasion. So the other dress now is what I'm going to be wearing today to go get ice cream and go get brunch with the Rents and Panda Bear. I also ordered from Bloom Chic, which I've always wanted to order something from there just to see how long the shipping would take, as well as whether or not the quality of the dresses and the sizing of the dresses is worth my time in making future purchases. And so I received 2 dresses that I ordered, and one of them was described as emerald green. On my phone, the color looked like a vibrant, like emerald green. But when I received it, it was more of like a dark forest green. And so I haven't tried any of the dresses on yet, but we'll see. I'm going to try them on and see if I want to keep them or not. I do like green. There's a lot of shades of green that I do like, so could still work. But I was a little bit disappointed that the color of the dress was not quite fully what it looked like online. And that happens a lot. So I don't know if any of you have ordered stuff online where it shows up and it's like not exactly the color or whatever. But that does seem to happen quite frequently for me. So I don't know where my little trash can is. It's been a hot mess here at the house because we've been trying to reorganize stuff, especially Panda Bear and my pops. They've been like trying to reorganize a bunch of stuff, and so things have just gotten like all like moved around and misplaced and whatever. And so yeah, you'll have to pardon the dust is what I always say, until things get more organized. And because I've been slacking on doing Manny Bingo squares, I'm trying to play catch up, and so it's been very chaotic trying to get everything done. So yeah, but that's where I'm at right now. And if you're still cool with this hot mess, please keep watching. So for now, I'm just gonna leave the trash bits here. I'm gonna throw them away afterwards. What have we been doing? What have I been doing for the past few days? Well, Panda Bear and I started watching a show on Netflix called Teach You a Lesson, and it's a Korean drama limited series, and it's really good. Like, he found it and he's like, let's try this out, see what it's all about, and I've enjoyed it. The last episode though was about like younger kids and made me a little sad because, you know, our nieces are no longer around for us to homeschool and all that. So just kind of made me a little bit on the melancholy side. But Panda Bear solved for that by forcing me to watch a scary movie. So he found that one of the movies that he was waiting to come out on streaming to watch, Obsession, was available to watch free for streaming on one of the platforms that we have for streaming. And so we watched that. Very creepy. I won't tell you the premise if you want to check it out and tell me what you thought. I thought it was really creepy, but also kind of funny. But yeah, it's ridiculous. And I was able to watch most of it. With scary movies, it's hard for me to really watch all the gory scenes. Usually either I look away and just ask Panda to like describe what was happening, or I'll watch with my eyes. I'll cover my eyes but like watch it through my fingers, or if we're in a place where the TV is reflected off of a window or mirror, I'll watch it in reverse. Like, I'll watch the mirror image or the reflection in the window of what's going on in the movie instead of like watching the actual movie. And so I know that's really weird. And it's like, why don't you just watch it? Like, who cares? But I don't know. That's just how I am, I guess. I realized that we probably don't have enough to be doing one each, so I need to be strategic about this and try to get two. How am I going to get two out of this as a drippy goo? That's going to be rough. That's going to be hard, because I would have to save a bit of it to cut down again. I don't know how that's going to work, so we will see if we can get creative with that. But see, there's only so much, and I'm missing one more strip if I'm going to be doing that. So let's see if we can salvage this one for what we need it for. So I'm going to take off this edge right there, and see if I can hole punch this again one more time. But yeah, I really recommend Teach You a Lesson if you don't mind watching Korean dramas and reading subtitles. We haven't quite finished all of the episodes yet. I think there's a total of 10 episodes. So I will report back once we finish the rest of the show, whether or not it's really recommended. But for the 5 episodes we have seen, I really enjoy watching it. Kind of violent. There's a lot of violence in the first few episodes. But I was able to watch it, so if I'm able to watch it, most of you that are squeamish about violence will probably be able to handle it too. Because I'm super sissy when it comes to gory violence and stuff like that. What have I been listening to? I am still listening to the audiobook Big Bad Wolf, which is the second one in the Sheep Detectives series. I think they're coming out with a third one this year, but it's only going to be in German first. It's not translated to English until much later, so I will have to wait until that happens. But sometimes the story is a little bit hard to follow. There's a lot of different characters, and sometimes when I'm listening to audiobooks, I'm like multitasking, and so I have to like rewind and re-listen to what I just listened to. The good news is that I purchased both of the books on Audible, so I'm able to re-listen to them over and over if I want to. Don't have to worry about a specific timeline of listening to it. Unlike the library books that I have borrowed on my Libby and Palace apps, one book in particular, I was reading an ebook. I started reading it way too late because it's 524 pages on the ebook, and I had like maybe like less than a week left to consume it, and yesterday was like the due date, and I was on page 200 something when the loan expired, and so I was like, no. So the book's called One Golden Summer, and I forgot the author's name, but I was getting really into it and reading it, but just ran out of time, and there was a waiting list of people with the book on hold on the Libby app, so I won't be able to get the book back until much later. On my Palace app, it says I'm 16th in line for the audiobook, so I'm a little bummed about that, but I don't want to pay for the book when I know I can borrow it on one of the library apps, so I will just have to wait however long it takes for me to be the first in line to get the book again, whether in audio form or in ebook form. So hoping that I get to finish that. It was getting really good too, so I really want to finish it, but we'll see when that happens. And then I started another book, which was one of the free books. So if you have Amazon Prime, I'm pretty sure you have to have Amazon Prime for this, but they offer first reads each month where you can pick one book and add it to your Amazon Kindle for free. And this book, Heartbeat, I think it's called Heartbeat at My Feet or something like that, is about, I guess it's a story about a dog, and then the lives of the people that end up owning the dog. I don't know. I only just started it yesterday when the One Golden Summer loan expired, so we'll see if the book's any good. So far, it started off interesting. I guess taking place in Italy, which is a country that I've always wanted to visit, and hopefully one day we'll still get to do that. And then it talks about a specific woman and her family, I think it was in Kansas, who was headed to Italy. So we'll see how this book plays out, because I think it's far enough time has passed from my dog Buddha passing on Christmas Day that I'm able to kind of cope with reading about doggies. My manager, actually, he and his wife recently got a dog, and a little puppy, cute little puppy, and so I wasn't at all sad. I was very happy actually when he shared about his little puppy, and so I think I'm finally healed enough from Buddha passing to be able to handle that. Also, one of my coworkers on Fridays received approval to bring in his dog, his little corgi. Well, I shouldn't say little, his big corgi. His corgi's massive. I didn't know corgis could get to that size, but his dog is in the office on Fridays, which I enjoy very much too, because I get to kind of enjoy, you know, seeing a doggy for the day without the commitment of taking care of another doggy right now. I'm still not at the point where I feel like we can get a new dog, because it was heartbreaking when Buddha passed away. We had him for 16 plus years, And so before Buddha, it was Sabrina, and we had Sabrina for about 7 years. She was only 9.5 when she passed. And so that was already devastating. It took me, I think it was like 3 years to get over that. So, yeah, that's where we're at. But I don't know if I mentioned if around the 4th of July, we finally purchased a grill for our backyard, and it's been a lot of fun using the grill. So I've made pizza on the grill twice already, and I love it. It's so much better than trying to make pizza in the house in my little dinky toaster oven. The pizza cooks way faster with the high heat. It gets up to like 600, close to 700 degrees in the grill. So making pizza is super quick. It's like less than 10 minutes per pizza. And being able to do it outside versus in the hot house has been awesome. And Panda Bear yesterday was in the mood for making burgers, and he made the most delicious burgers, although he says that it is a team effort because I make a burger sauce for our burgers, and I slice up all the vegetables like the red onion, the tomatoes for the burger. And yeah, my mom even was like, better than going out to eat, better than the restaurants. And so that's high compliments from her. So yeah, Panda Bear's gonna be the grill master at one point. What we learned from like a few times that we have used the grill, though, is that we definitely need some specific grill tools. We didn't have a metal spatula, so Panda Bear had to use tongs to flip the burgers, and that was very hard to do. So in our Amazon cart right now is a bunch of different spatulas for him to choose from, because I don't really know like what price range he's willing to spend. If he wants to get a Weber spatula to match with the Weber grill that we've got, brand names, who knows, or if he wants to spend a little less and not get a brand name spatula. But we also learned that we need a side table for our plates and stuff like that, because the grill itself has like 2 little side tables, but the problem with those side tables is it's so close to the grill, and even though the grill has a lid, the outside of the grill is super hot. And so the first time we used it on the 4th of July weekend, like one of my plastic plates was just a little bit too close to the side of the grill and melted onto the side of the grill. And it was like, and then I went to go like scrape off the plasticky bits, and then I ended up scratching the grill. So luckily Panda Bear was like, it's an outdoor grill, stuff like that's gonna happen. I was like, so like, I don't know, I wanted to cry. I hate like ruining things, and so I'm just glad that Panda Bear was like whatever's about it, because for me I was like, oh my god, like I can't believe I ruined our grill like the first day of using it. But yeah, we've got this one plate that's got this little melty area on it. Refuse to throw it away still, because it's still usable. It's like on the side of the plate, not actually where you put food onto the plate. So we're like, yeah, we're just going to keep it and still use it. But that did happen on the grill. So anyways, we need a side table for the grill so we can put our plates and stuff like that. Have space for that. Not only for when I'm making pizza, because I had to go back and forth in the house to kind of compile the pizza and then bring it out to the grill to like have it cook on the grill. The Panda Bear was having a rough time with having enough space for the burgers, the burger toppings, the burger buns, and all of that. So that's also in the Amazon cart. And what we did find when we were YouTubing how to clean a grill is that you don't need to buy a special brush to clean a grill. The video that we saw showed using a crumpled up foil ball to clean the grill, and then using an onion to kind of help finish off cleaning the grill and season it a little bit. And that really works, like really well. And so inexpensive, yes, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you're wasting a little bit when you're using foil, but you know what, like, you're gonna use foil anyways. Especially with grilling, you use foil to like cover leftovers and stuff like that. And so it's like, why not? Like, something that we already have around the house. And then an onion is like relatively inexpensive. And then you don't have to buy a special like brush for the grill that needs to be replaced every so often because the bristles get, you know, old and gunky and all of that when cleaning the grill. So that was cool. Love hacks like that so that we can kind of take care of our new grill without having to spend buku bucks. But just curious how long the propane gas will like last. Like, how many meals can we make on the grill before we need to replace the gas tank. So far we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 different meals on the grill since the 4th of July weekend, and yeah, we haven't had to replace it yet, so we shall see. But this is the final result of Feeling Crafty Manny Bingo for National Ice Cream Day. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I wanted something that looked kind of like ice cream, like butterscotch or butter pecan with sprinkles, and back in tile was like the perfect thing where I don't have to do too much work to get the whole drippy ice cream vibe, and I'm loving it. So if you watched this all the way through and you can't think of a comment to leave, go ahead and leave an ice cream emoji for National Ice Cream Day. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Peace.